You are listening to another Third Coast Nerds podcast. Jack, I want you to digitize me like one of your French-voiced robot girls.
Welcome, everyone, to another Third Coast Nerds podcast. I am Chad.
This is Neil.
This is Edward.
And this is Kyle.
Just Edward tonight?
Yeah.
Just Edward.
Just Edward.
No, sir. No,
He's going low-key.
He's dropping royalty.
He's undercover.
Undercover.
Don't get him started, please.
How'd that go again?
Undercover.
One more time.
No one can do the music. No one can fake the music.
No.
Not even going to try.
Well,
How about under pressure?
can I do that beat? I can't do the beat on that one. Undercover. So the show's already started off excellently.
Excellently.
Yeah.
So what's going on, guys?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
It's been a long week. And we have a long weekend.
Everyone just tuned out.
Yeah. And
But-
we started really late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Springsteen ain't never wrote a song about being born on the 2nd of July.
Oh, Springsteen. It's been a while.
Why did you turn into like a shop at home? All of a sudden, like, it's been a while.
Oh, my dad used to listen to a lot of Bruce Springsteen. So
Okay.
when we were like, I was 10 or so, he stopped. So it's been 20-something years since I heard it every day.
Is there like an AA for Bruce Springsteen fans?
There should be, but I don't think there is.
It's like you go listen to Tom Petty to recover from Bruce Springsteen.
See, I got the good years because he quit that around the time I could remember stuff, I guess. And then it was like Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Dr. Hook. It's like, all right, I got all the good stuff.
Dr. Hook?
Dr.
Yeah.
Hook?
Who's Dr. Hook?
Oh, y'all got to listen to some Dr. Hook. Sylvia's Mother. Cover of the Rolling Stones. Oh, yeah. They're good ones.
You know, your vast capacity to make stuff up.
He is going to fact check you on the air.
That's
Which is funny. Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show? Is that it?
Dr. Hook.
Was an American rock band formed in 1975.
Huh, really?
Or wait, shortened in... No, Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show shortened in 1975 to just Dr. Hook. Was an American rock band. They are no longer.
Oh.
They are no longer, or they are no longer?
Are they not a band or are they dead? That's what he's asking.
I'm confused by your meaning on that, so I'm not going to answer.
Were they in a fatal plane crash? Or did they just get old and don't play music anymore?
What I want to know is, did they just quit, or did they just skinner it into the earth?
Exactly. This should let us know we should not do a music podcast.
Yeah.
If it teaches us anything, music is not ours.
I got the music cued already to prove you wrong. Just in case. I've already done it once tonight.
So anyway, to the actual content, did anybody see the first picture from the Deadpool set?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you thinking about the mask?
I don't mind it.
To know that they're going to animate it, like in the movie, that should be interesting.
Yeah.
But the costume looks legit. I like it.
See, I have no prior memories or thoughts or ideas of Deadpool. It's
Really? None?
No, like it's a clean slate for me.
Huh.
Most of the stuff is a clean slate, so I'm not having to compare it to anything, luckily. I mean, I've seen a couple other Deadpools, I guess. Some old stuff, but
No, like no attachment.
no.
Do you get upset at all? Anybody get upset at all about them changing costumes for movies?
No,
Depending on
not
the
really.
costume.
I don't
And
think
how
so.
bad the change is.
The thing is, I don't want the movie to be just
no,
like everything
the Superman Man of Steel costume. I hate Brendan Routh. I need to say that.
Or the new
And I'm
S?
guessing
No, the old
he
one.
wasn't the costume designer, so
No,
the costume.
But I hate Brendan Routh.
It could have been Nick Cage and Tim Burton.
I thank God it wasn't Nick Cage.
They wanted to put...
well,
so-
Nick Cage has been wanting to be Superman since he was like 3.
Did you see the pre-production photos or when they were working on that movie?
No.
So they were going to give like Nick Cage this long ratty hair and stick him in like a rubber suit, like a blue rubber suit with like bat nipples rubber. You know?
Nice.
Oh, that would have been so awesome. I would have watched that.
Oh God.
You are a different type of person.
It's like when y'all watch those B horror movies. It'd be the same thing.
Ooh, I got another one for you, but I didn't get to copy it to bring it over to you. But we'll talk about it later. Sorry to interrupt on the show to talk about a movie we're not going to talk about just yet. Yeah,
I like the costume. It looks a lot like a lot of the other ones these days. I mean,
Yeah.
a few different colors layered with some shoulder pads.
Those aren't shoulder pads, man.
What are they?
Oh, that's just Ryan Reynolds.
Someone's got a man crush.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, he could just be a motorcyclist with a mask.
Well, I think that's
and a
the
lot
same.
of them, Arrow's the same way. He just got
Yeah.
a hood, and it seems to fit for the most part. So
Yeah, like the majority of the villains in Arrow are the same thing.
yeah, so it's just not out of place.
Actually, I
it
think-
looks a lot like the Arrow stuff. Actually,
I think Trevor has that bike jacket.
That would be amusing if he just goes riding on the road as Deadpool.
but I like the utility belt. It's cute.
I like the little knives up here on the
Wait, where are they again?
right here.
Right here. Mm-hmm. Lower.
But if I were Ryan Reynolds and I could get away with wearing a utility belt around all the time, probably would. Because you can carry everything you need and they're not in your pocket. Your pants aren't coming down. So props.
Well, I've seen a few nerdy folk.
Yeah.
That are outclassing us. We had the discussion about where was it gaming last time?
Yeah.
About people who are just outclassing us on the nerd level.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like dudes that walk around with a utility belt and there's the magic pouch on one. They've got dice games on one pouch. They have it's just everything and it's all retractable.
Yeah.
If you have to break down a game in emergency and you got to get gone really quick, you're a part of a gambling arena that's about to get busted up.
Nice.
You can just go gadget right back to your hip and you're out.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
Not ever going to do
Not
that.
gonna. I mean that. I'm not even gonna fanny pack it.
I mean, if you were talking about getting a rolling case.
Yeah, I
games.
did a lot of research on finding a rolling case, and I've identified there are none to have. So I think I'm going to make one. The little carts that look like a milk crate.
Yeah.
That fold up and have a lid on them. Basically, I'm going to use that, and on the lid, I'm going to buy 2 of the Plano boxes that are tackle boxes.
Yeah.
That have the little slide in. You can pull the whole thing out, like little things, organizers, I guess. But where you can separate the sizes, so I can put all the game pieces for games that don't fit in a box. Well, you need to sort, or games with a lot of cards, and those sticker them with what game it is and what parts are in it, and basically drill a hole in the bottom of that through the lid so they can mount in. And you just take the whole top off to get to the games in the bottom. That snaps on. All your little dividers are there. All your miniatures. All your dice.
So
everything.
wherever you go, that's where the party's happening.
Yes. So that's on my list of things to make now.
So Kenneth has
Make 2 of them.
something. Make 2 of them. Kenneth has something similar for his he races RC cars.
Yeah.
So he's got something similar for that. It's almost like a rolling toolbox kind of thing.
Yeah.
You open the front up, the whole thing pops back. It has all those boxes already inside. So maybe that might work.
I was looking at that. The main thing I want to be able to do is keep the plastic bins all uniform where they're going to fit sliding into something.
Yeah.
So that when I'm leaving, maybe I just want to bring Mansions into the expansions for Mansions Madness. Well, I need 3 of those little boxes. So at home, I'm going to have a closet that's modular with all the boxes and the containers. And what am I going to go play over this time? What don't these people have? Because, in the last week, Mark and Ed have both bought Revolution and all the expansions. I don't have to take mine over there anymore.
Yeah.
He's got Mansions. I don't need to take my Mansions. Mark doesn't. So, it's going to be very different depending on where we're going. So that way I can put normal games in the bottom that you don't require the organization, all the pieces, and then swap out the top ones based on the situation.
You just changed the idea for my closet downstairs.
This is how report analysts get their nerd on. If you've ever had to do Excel spreadsheets for any amount of time, this is what happens. This is how you organize your nerdery.
My game closet will be an Excel spreadsheet. Sadly enough, there will be an Excel spreadsheet showing what pieces are in what bins, and they will have some sort of indicator on them. Label makers will be used, and there will be smiling.
Label makers? There's going to be more than one label maker for this project? You planning on
label maker
one?
Alpha and label maker Bravo.
Are they going to be labeled?
They are.
Excellent. So yeah, that was well, back to the costume thing. That was Deadpool, and also on the cover of Entertainment Weekly, you have the Batman versus Superman trio.
That interesting, yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Again,
I do like the way we go
trying to sell me knives. What is interesting?
We go from utility belt to hardcore gaming karting, and then right back to that was a nice transition there.
I don't care about transitions. You know when you listen to the show,
I'm actually more surprised. That's where we went from talking about a utility belt for 3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. So yeah. It's interesting you have Wonder Woman front and center on the cover of this magazine for a Batman versus Superman movie, and she looks way less Amazonian on the cover of this mag. She does. She looks pretty good on the cover of the magazine. Well, it's like they took the costume down a notch or two. Like it was. It seemed like in the first
chest piece.
Isn't she supposed to be taller than both of them?
Yeah, she is.
No kidding.
No, like actually
she's shorter.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Well, she's significantly shorter because she's probably standing like 4 feet in front of those guys. But no one really knows how tall Tom Cruise is, and he looks pretty big in some of his movies. So cameras can do.
Have you seen the behind the scenes stuff on Tom Cruise movies? They make like an elevated path for him to walk on. So for like what was it, Night and Day or whatever it was with Cameron Diaz, they had a path that was like 8 inches taller, made out of wood for him to walk on for all the shots.
You know what we call that? A tripping hazard.
Safety first. Always remember.
Oh, that could get weird. But yeah, so
I could be really tall.
You can improvise and you can ad-lib during your take. Just don't step off the path.
Right? That's
if he did, that'd actually be a really good outtake. He just falls over, just tumbles. He's like hiding behind the green screen that is his step stool.
But no, I'm a fan of the cover. Batman looks like Batman.
It's the worst look I've seen for Batfleck since all the press and everything started for Batman and Superman.
Yeah,
he looks sad.
He does look a little sad.
And I was disappointed. They showed some behind-the-scenes pictures, and I wasn't expecting them to make him that young. I was expecting a much older Batman.
He's not as young as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think the kid's going to do good.
I'm hoping. I wouldn't have drafted him, but I'm hoping.
Well, at this point, who do you have that's left? Who is not involved in a superhero franchise right now that can step into that role? Because you have to look far and wide. You have.
Man, I would rather see Seth Green as Superman as Spider-Man.
That would have been excellent. That would have been excellent.
Michael Cera.
No,
Michael
Cera.
Just super bads from building to building.
No, there needs to be a superhero that he can fit into.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's not Spider-Man. No.
You know, I don't know anything about the kid.
Hill as Spider-Man.
Jonah Hill as Spider-Man.
Hill would be awesome.
Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is Spider-Man.
He'd be every man's Spider-Man. Jonah Hill.
No one comes
American
to mind for the role at all. But I mean, I don't like how young they're making even like Fantastic Four. Look how young the cast of that is supposed to be.
Or is it we're just getting older?
No, I mean it's true.
All right, Ed's not coming back.
Well, no, that's the case. Is that you see these superheroes and they're definitely not like 22. You know, I wouldn't expect someone that's 22 to know how to save the world.
Not the whole world. Maybe a city.
Not the whole world. Like Manhattan, really? Like
no. Like
let's give Manhattan to the 17-year-old.
Like Tucson.
Yeah. Or some area 4 hours south of Vegas.
You remember Jason Takes Manhattan, right?
Yes.
Like Jason Voorhees shows up. I think that's Spider-Man's match.
But yeah, of course it probably is because of our age has increased, but
well, it's just the reality of it, you know.
But yeah, I mean,
Michael Shanks.
Like as much as I like the
That's what I want to see as a superhero.
As much as I like the Hunger Games, it's like really, like these three
Right.
sub 25-year-olds are going to save this district?
Yeah.
Like none of the other adults have an idea. Like no one has. You didn't petition out to anybody. You didn't put out a survey. Does everyone here agree that this is the course of action we want to take?
Did you just have to look up who Michael Shanks was?
I did. I didn't know who Michael Shanks was.
Get out.
Oh my goodness.
I told you guys,
Ouch.
I don't like Stargate. I like the movie, not the series.
So
I don't know if we can be friends.
We've been friends for a while.
no more. It ends now.
Not today. You have 24 hours suspended.
So one of the thoughts I had on Spider-Man, because you and I kind of talked, Ed and I kind of talked about, it's weird to keep going back to this well of Game of Thrones actors, but I think they're of a high caliber. Talking about Rose Leslie as Jean Grey, if we wanted to park X-Men in that mid-20s range,
right.
Do more of an X Factor storyline for those guys. If I was thinking about when they were talking about like recasting Spider-Man, Thomas Brody Sangster.
I don't know who that is.
He was Jojen Reed.
Oh yeah,
that kid. He was also in Maze Runner.
That can see into the future dreams or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that didn't like. They're over here doing something, and we're not going to talk about him for a season.
Yeah.
Jojen. I like Jojen.
But I thought, you look at the kid and like, it's a very Spider-Man-ish looking kid. I say kid, he's 25, but
we can say that now.
Yeah, I can say, get off my lawn.
I don't see him as a Spider-Man.
You don't see him as really? Like that face, you don't see him as Spider-Man?
I could see it, but I can see him if I take him out of the context of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
that's the difficult part for me is going from King's Landing to a Spider-Man suit.
Well, honestly, wouldn't Harry Potter? What's his name?
Harry Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe could be Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Maybe. No,
I think he'd do Peter Parker better than Spider-Man though.
Yeah.
I mean,
but once they put on the Spider-Man suit, it doesn't matter who's in it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's whatever.
As long as they're within
in that case,
whatever
he's
union
Peter
stunt
Parker.
marker they have in the suit.
Right.
Then he's Peter Parker, and let's use Jonah as
Jojen.
No, Jonah.
Oh, Jonah Hill.
Yeah, we'll use him as Spider-Man.
Let's get that kid from Malcolm in the Middle. He's like, what, 50 now?
Frankie Muniz?
Yeah, Muniz. Let's get Muniz.
God, no.
He retired.
Yeah, he retired. Took his money.
Slater in there.
Took his money and split. AC Slater.
Yeah.
Screech is in prison. We can't get Screech.
The guy that played Zach. He's only did that TNT thing for a while. Throw him in there. Give him a brick cell phone.
If he was going to be anything, we'd have to cast him as Richie Rich.
Yeah, well, I mean,
no, he just really good as a modest lawyer in a couple of the shows.
I didn't watch that show. Or those shows.
I can't remember Silver Spoons back in the 80s.
Yeah.
The guy who played that guy could be Richie Rich.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know what he looks like now, 30 years later.
Oh, he looks like life's done him wrong.
Oh.
He was actually in Pool Hall Junkies, which was an awesome movie.
He's seen some stuff.
Yeah.
He's been through some stuff.
There's some battle scars.
Who was this?
What do you mean? Who is this?
What actor are you talking about? I missed it.
Spoons.
Silver Spoons.
He was-
You don't know the name of the guy?
I can't remember his name.
Ricky Schroeder?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Wasn't he on more NYPD Blue?
He was on one of those cop shows. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schroeder is he old.
Yeah.
That would be like a future storyline post Civil War, post Civil War II, post Civil War III.
In the future.
In the way far away.
Well, have we talked about Terminator Genesis since it came out yesterday?
No.
I seen it.
I have
You
not
saw it
seen
already?
Yeah, I seen it.
You and grammar today. Wow.
No, I'm saying enthusiastically, I done seen it.
I
And it
kind
was
of actually
good.
find this amazing because
Saint isn't a word.
Of everyone at the table.
out on Mad Max,
Straight up.
but
Straight up.
he beat all of us to Terminator.
To
Yeah.
Saint it.
That doesn't make sense to me.
That is to say,
there's something wrong here.
That is to say, I sound it.
I am surprised he beat me to it due to who's cast in that movie.
Which one?
Which one?
Where are my Terminator dragons?
Danny is, yeah,
Oh man, I kept on thinking that was
Emil Clark.
I kept on thinking that was Lindsay
It's not Lindsay Lohan.
No, not the
Now he doesn't want to see it.
I know, right? No, the chick that was in Kick-Ass.
Oh no, it's not.
That Lindsay girl, you
No,
know what
it's
I'm
not her.
talking about? That kind of looked like her. That's all.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did.
No,
But yeah,
it's,
she's been on a lot of interviews.
Amelia Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, I am actually surprised he's seen it before you.
I know.
She
doesn't
actually
have her blonde
talked about
wig.
a spoiler of Game of Thrones the other day,
Yeah, she did.
waiting for her to then come out and be like, "Oh, they sued the crap out of me."
She's actually one of the most vocal about a lot of stuff. She's the only one that's talked about Kit Harington coming back, and a few other things. So,
Oh, the dude comes back?
no one knows. The book and the TV show end a lot of the same stuff as far as he goes. So the writers for the movie or the TV show know because they've talked to Martin. Well, they haven't said how they're going to do it yet, and we don't. We know what he's going to do in the books, but she's very firm saying
Everyone
he
saw
will
it.
be back.
Do we want to do some theory crafting right now on some Game of Thrones?
Did not everyone see the same thing I saw, where it's obvious?
His
What's
eyes?
coming back?
His eyes?
Well, yeah, he's coming back. I mean, the
two things happen.
The red priestess is there.
Yeah,
Melisandre?
she showed
Yeah.
up. Then that happens.
She showed up.
She's gonna be like,
She's gonna be like Thorin, right? The red priest
Yeah.
with the band of brothers.
Yeah.
He kept on raising that one guy up every time he died
Yeah.
8 times.
Well, that's the thing. That why would they
Stop resurrecting me. It's really painful.
if Caitlyn didn't come back, which she's not back.
They skipped a whole bunch.
Since
of
that didn't
books.
happen, there was no need for that scene to be in the show, showing that dude being resurrected over and over.
Yeah.
So that is something that has to come back into play. Otherwise, they wasted money.
Yeah.
And they don't waste money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They showed you what the priest,
the possibility, what
Yeah.
can happen.
with the red god, right?
Yeah.
So now she's at Castle Black. John's dead. He's coming back.
Yeah, wasn't he he's in one of the last 1 or 2 of that bloodline or something, isn't he? Like the royal blood or whatever it is?
The Targaryen bloodline?
Whatever it is.
Are
I
we
don't know.
saying he's Targaryen?
It's
I read that. Yeah,
It's
I
a
read that.
rumor.
spoilers.
Which is why the blood magic will work, because he has
Right.
the actual
Royal blood.
the royal blood. So
Yes. There's some theory crafting going on. I'm feeling a little excited.
Don't get me started on Valerian steel.
Let me guess. You've got the Excel workbook. You've got a Visio flowchart. It's all mapped out.
There is a website that has a table of all the different pieces that are around, where they're around, and which
Good
family
God, I
owns
need that.
them.
Oh my gosh.
I'll send it to you. I have a link.
Yeah, because I am
ahead and
so confused, man.
Add it.
Just
I
add
need
it?
to see it too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
just
want it on the
make
one-
it-
because
There was
make a new tab.
There was an article. What was it like the 20 characters that had important storylines
Yeah.
that you've never seen since that point.
Yeah, there's a lot that, and then the way they broke up this season, they really halted a couple of storylines and didn't even touch them again. Obviously, Hodor and Bran out in the woods, we didn't see them once. They weren't
Yeah.
even cast for the season, which is interesting because I don't know how many of the current storylines can continue without making a decision quickly on whether certain people are actually dead or not.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, how do you, because it's been a long time. Have they just been chilling in the secret garden eating sandwiches?
Well, that, and I mean, the Jon Snow thing, obviously, everyone's kind of, is he coming back? Is he not? They've already started shooting again, and he's not there. He's filming a movie, but he also did a movie. Well,
Yeah,
the last.
I'm actually kind of excited to see that too.
It could be good.
Yeah, what is it? 7 hours of hell or something like that, or 12 hours of hell? I can't remember what it's called.
I have it saved somewhere.
It's the tennis movie.
In this movie?
It's a mockumentary.
But then you've read up to the books currently. No,
No,
Has anyone read the books to current? So, what is everyone's take on what's happening to Arya?
well, she's going to be an assassin.
Okay, what about what was done to her right at the end of the episode?
Oh, that was trippy. That's
It's true. I think it's like a learning experience, like a training
Yeah.
exercise.
I'll tell you this much: she's blind.
Oh well, yeah. She is.
Yeah,
blind.
we all saw that. She
Well,
didn't.
Apparently,
Did she see that coming?
right?
Well, I mean, as someone who doesn't know anything about the books,
Because they really
because
left
people
it up
make
in the
complaints.
air.
Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler,
Yeah.
spoiler, spoiler,
Yeah.
spoiler. So, as someone who doesn't know anything about the books, I don't know if that's a permanent thing, if that's a storyline that continues.
I don't know either, but I would assume it's part of the training. But
yeah, I mean that's what my thought was, is that all it is like a little training exercise.
But we didn't get for sure that she was really blind. I mean,
like a learning experience.
Obviously, she couldn't see at that time, but
well, can't she just use her like shinning and like summon the wolves and see that way or something?
Well, that's another theory with her, is she supposedly can only see through certain animals, primarily felines. So she can only see through the eyes of a cat. She doesn't warg into them like some of the others do.
See, they haven't covered that at all in the show yet.
No. So, like, there's a lot of
and it'd be
things
weird for that suddenly to come online.
Exactly.
Now that, like, oh, hey, convenient plot twist.
And then, of course, her sister that doesn't have a wolf anymore, in the book, there's really no mention of her having any of these powers. So a lot of the stuff is associated with, of course, their family crest, the warg. Yeah. And that's why some of them have certain powers, and some people, because Arya doesn't have hers, maybe her power isn't as strong as, say, Bran's would be, because Bran is with him. So there's a lot of, like, random, like, layers and layers in this thing.
If they just go completely off the rails next season, just have Bran come back and he's in command of the army of the walkers. Or the ice people. What do they call them in the show?
The White Walkers.
White Walkers? Okay, yeah. I was close. Walking Dead. I get confused. There's zombies. There's
Aren't
so many zombies right
else
now.
In the books?
Man, I don't remember. I think
they're called something different in the books.
No, they call them White Walkers.
Do they?
Yeah. I was thinking about Rickon, because we haven't seen him in like 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever he's doing.
They're going to do a spinoff. He's on a farm.
Right. Apparently a lot was missed.
With an old man with one leg.
From that little town that... They just killed the...
Moletown?
Niece or whatever.
It's Moletown, right?
I'm not sure the name of the place, but apparently it's a lot closer to King's Landing.
Can you label this with
spoilers?
Oh, yeah.
Now, at this point, how long has the season been off?
It's been
I'm hearing stuff that I don't know because it's in the books.
Oh, no, we're all on the same page now. There is no more TV / book.
But the books, it missed some of the stuff in the books.
Well, it's not spoilers, though.
No, because it's already all happened.
So spoiler for the book?
As connected as everything is anyone really shocked by spoilers anymore?
No.
I do a pretty good job of certain things.
You can have the wrong pop-up ad come up and give away an entire movie for you.
Install ad block.
Yeah.
I just realized on vacation I watched a movie with Jon Snow.
Yeah.
He was a voice in How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Nice.
Like, I recognize that voice.
I didn't. I'm going to go rewatch it.
Actually, speaking of voice actors, have y'all heard anything about Vixen?
What is this?
This is supposed to be a 6-part animated series, Vixen, which will take place in the same world as Flash and Arrow. And Megalyn, I'm not going to even try her last name because we don't want to get that put in the name generator. She was in the following, the last season, which I watched, so I recognized her. But
it's a web series?
It's actually going to be one of the, some of the launch, I thought, of the CW's digital platform.
Yeah.
So I just stumbled across it and I was like, interesting. This could be kind of cool. At first, I saw her and I was like, sweet, she's going to be on another show.
That's going to be. Are they going to tie this into the existing storylines with Flash and Arrow and all that stuff?
Yes, because some of the people from those shows are actually going to do.
That's going to be very confusing,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that part in what is that? Continue talking because I'm going to look up this movie because I need to make this point.
See, I don't see that confusing because when they go back and forth from Flash to Arrow, I love when they do that.
I'm just really interested to see how it turns out. An animated series.
Yeah.
This is, it's 6 episodes, so it's not huge. I think they're really going to test the market to see if they're going to do more crossovers, which I know you're not a big fan of.
I'm not a big fan because you end up with so much story sprawl that because I like when they had the crossovers with the Flash, I haven't watched any of the Flash yet, so it took me out of it. Like, oh, here's all these other events that happened on this other show. So it's one of the main reasons why. Well, it's something that happened big in 90s comic books. He had a bunch of crossovers, especially with the X-Men titles. It just got tiresome to try to chase all that, and especially with TV shows where you have no vested interest in already, you have to go continue your storylines with the show you're into by going to watch this other stuff.
Well, I watched Flash live. 30-minute delay so I don't have to watch commercials live. Or the day after, I'll be honest. But usually, like, when the Arrow crossover episodes came, I would only watch the crossover episode, and I was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, they gave you the little bit of information you needed, and then now I'm getting to the point in the Arrow where Barry shows up before the Flash even started, which was kind of cool because I had never seen that stuff before.
Yeah.
And that was kind of nice to have a little teaser in there. But yeah, I mean, I just think it's another, like you said, I mean, it's hard for us to find out where to start in comic books because we weren't collectors back then. I was baseball, basketball cards. You've seen them.
Yeah.
So, you know, I went that route and played sports. I watched the movies, and that's kind of why I like the TV stuff because I don't have to do anything. I have an extremely comfortable recliner and a TV that's like 9 feet away, and it's hung high enough on my wall where my dog doesn't get in the way.
Well, and they're doing the crossovers really well to where you can watch just that. Like, even when they did the Shield Captain America one, they covered it just enough not to ruin the movie, but at the same time you knew what was going on and where the storyline was going. So they're being very delicate with it, and I think it's working.
But it was kind of like it takes me out of it because it's almost like watching the first Hunger Games movie, and they just sort of assumed that you read the book. Because there was a lot of scenes that just weren't in the movie that didn't explain how the characters got to a certain spot.
Yeah, the second time I watched it, it made a lot more sense. I'll give you that for sure.
Yeah.
So,
because I was lost in the theater a little bit.
Comic book people, Vixen, is that someone y'all have heard of before?
It's a character. It's an established character.
Because I'm Vixen's a female fox. I'm wondering if he's just a furry that like, tries to be a superhero. That's the first thing that popped into my head. So I was like, and I Google it, and it's apparently some chick band from the '80s as well. So I can't find out.
Yeah,
why.
that was the first Wikipedia article I found. But yeah, you're like, Tales from Sonic grew up, and now she's very angry with the state of the city.
But yeah, I mean, I got kind of trolled because I thought it was not animated and she was going to be in it. And she's cute.
Yeah, she is.
But
which is all, which we've learned. That's all it's needed to sell a show to you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to watch the animated series just so I can hear.
Yeah, you're like locked in 9 seasons. It's garbage, but who cares?
Well, talking about garbage, she apparently is on CSI Miami,
which I will not watch.
which is the garbage of the CSI series.
Damn it, where are my sunglasses? They're over there.
Where the awful music is. Oh, the show is so horrible in so many ways.
But I'm a fan of Megalyn now.
Yeah,
just by that one picture.
You should watch The Following.
I should
be a follower.
I watched season 1. So
she showed up at the end of season 2, I think, with Michael Early's character, or Michael Ealy.
Okay.
Which, if I ever get to do a movie about Drist, I'm casting him as Drist.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I think that guy's cool. He was in that Almost Human show that lasted 1 season.
Oh, okay.
He was the android cop, the black cop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, him. So
awesome.
They're brother and sister in The Following.
Oh, okay.
That's a small spoiler.
Man, that guy sucks. Now that you brought up Almost Human, I was like, God, that was a good series.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was good.
I was happy about that show.
Is that the one with the werewolf? And
No, that's Being Human.
That's Being Human.
Yeah.
Almost Human.
Almost Human is
Alphabetically, Almost Human comes first.
I got that.
It's the one where they bring that android cop, right?
Yeah.
And then he's paired up with a human.
Which is the doctor from Star Trek.
Okay.
Right.
See, I get that confused all the time with the one we saw at the con. Where
No,
they
that's even more different.
yeah, but it has human in it.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's like
Almost
more than human.
More than
human. Yeah, I get that confused with more than human.
Wow, they just got some free pub right now. More than human.
A lot of humans got. Isn't there a new show on about
humans?
androids again right now?
Oh, androids.
Like Robot or something?
Oh.
Something just started up.
Those are
like
Google
this week.
commercials?
Oh.
It depends on what state the trademark is in. So you're like, wait, has anyone mentioned robots on TV in the last 7 years? Crap. Okay.
No, there's a show that just started that's about robots.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
I haven't decided to watch
BattleBots?
it yet. No. But BattleBots is coming back.
No, it's
It
back.
is back.
It's
Is it back already? Okay.
Yeah, and they look a lot better than the ones of the '90s. Like
Really?
it's not just a those vacuum things that move on by themselves.
A Roomba?
It's not a Roomba with 4 skill saws duct taped to it. Like, you know how that, like when you watched it back in the day, they just like would take a Roomba and they would just put like a drill over here and tape it on and turn it on and put like a skill saw. No, these are real robots now.
I think you were just too young to understand what was going on the TV.
Yeah, because
those were real.
those were real robots.
There were some
It wasn't like
robots.
WWE robots. Like these things didn't like fake fall off the stage.
There was definitely just like
I don't know.
a few things where they just tape it on and be like, "That's the weapon."
But you got to think
Just gonna
now,
fling
like
forward.
you got to think about the number of people now that have access to like CAD and 3D printers and CNC machines. So the level of skill that can happen in a garage has gone up considerably.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that it's changing the miniatures games right now. Everyone's printing their own minis, and you see a lot of more diversity, and like it's making waves.
Yeah, actually, a guy at work just purchased a 3D printer, so I was like, "Oh, great! Now you can start making me miniatures." He's like, "Yeah, just send me the specs. I'll do it." I'm like,
"Oh, I got to put something together."
There was a
I have my mini I want. I've got them designed already.
I think something went out. Someone sculpted one of the full head or helmet of one of the new stormtroopers from the new episode 7 or whatever, and sent it out as a CAD file that anyone could print out. So there's people like printing out full
for sure.
stormtrooper heads.
The only reason he bought it is to make the Batman suit.
Yeah.
So from Arkham.
Did you see
Arkham Knight?
Did you see the pictures of the guy that did that
for Arkham Knight?
Yeah, there was one guy who put together his own suit for the new Arkham game, and it looks unbelievably real.
No, I haven't seen it, but that's the whole reason he bought his 3D printer, so he can make his own. And apparently there is a CAD file that has all the everything for it.
Nice.
So
I'm gonna have to start looking for CAD files now.
I know, right?
I know we can get Chris Garcia to get a 3D printer sooner than anyone else. So.
Well,
I have one 2 streets down.
Who?
Tony.
Oh, Tony's got his?
Yeah,
okay.
he printed the feet from my keyboard.
It's the little things in life, huh, Kyle?
Yeah, he did it in hot pink. It's great.
Nice.
I was like, I can spray paint it. I don't care.
I'm gonna have to get some CAD files together and see.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're on Hangouts, I just sent you the link
to which Hangout.
to ours and one to Ed.
Oh,
and then I'll spam it. I don't care.
Oh, you send it to everyone?
I'll spam everyone with the link. It doesn't matter.
Are you gonna share it on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna like it on Facebook?
I'll like his chair.
Are you going to comment on it on Facebook? These are
Everyone-
things we need everyone to do.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, everyone
crap.
listening to the podcast right now is like, yeah.
I don't like Facebook.
If you're driving right now, please make sure to pull out your cell phone.
Pull over.
Go and no, dangerously. Drive fast. Take risks.
Give him a to talk about your
YOLO.
safety.
iTunes is going to pull this one.
Yeah. In case I forgot it's 2015 and no one understands satire anymore.
No, it's
This
sad.
is cosplay. Looks like it's from the movie.
Yeah, doesn't it?
That is.
I wonder how much that
crazy.
cost to print.
Probably a lot.
He's probably getting a call right now. Hey, can we borrow that for the movie?
Did he print the cape?
But yeah, like this new next level cosplay stuff. Like some of the cosplay stuff I've seen for Destiny for the game. People printing out like the Thorn, and it's fully detailed with all the scratch marks, all the battle wounds, and everything else in it. It's a gun in the game because you don't play.
I don't play.
But the level of detail they're bringing to some of this stuff is unbelievable. So it's you show up. You show up to the cosplay contest, and now it's like
Real?
yeah, now it's real, and whoever paid like the most money wins.
Yeah.
So doing the foam. You've seen how they used to make, like a couple of years ago, how they were making the Iron Man suits.
Yeah, not so much.
Like it was like mattress foam that they were cutting wedges into and laying fiberglass over it, and like, no, we're just going to print the whole thing out now.
That sounds fun.
It's incredible. It's incredible to see someone show up that's taken that much time. Because like CAD, I've done CAD for a long time. To do CAD in 3D, it sucks. To like NURBS modeling, which is what it's called, like to manipulate a wire mesh and make it match. Like unless you can jump into a machine and take a 3D scan of your thigh, that's hard. That's difficult to do.
Which there are machines.
There are machines that can do it.
Well, there's machines at like Comic Palooza where you could get minis made of you, so you could probably get your CAD file there if they're just going to make it of you already.
And there's a way to do it. Like you can take like some HD webcams and point 3 of them at the same object and get enough of an idea of what the shape and dimensions are to make make to make a easy wire mesh of it. But to go the lengths of having like a full blown chest piece and having the whole thing, because I mean you're trying to make yourself look like a superhero with all the muscles and ripped and whatever, so you can take some liberty with it. Like
I just would take off my shirt.
Make it big enough to fit a little air conditioning unit.
Yeah, if it was like 3D scanned and then the computer just decided which character you're going to be.
You are Blob.
Yeah, you're Blob from the X-Men.
We'd all get the same one.
Yeah, like cover it with orange popcorn and you're the Thing now. Go with that.
Could be Meatwad.
Meatwad?
Yeah.
I'm too tall. You could be Meatwad.
No, I'm not that sure.
I could be Frylock. I just have to spike my hair.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. You'd definitely be a large, though. I think he's a medium.
Super sized.
No, out of everybody, I would be Frylock. You would be Master Shake, and you would be Meatwad. And in your Carl. I'm sorry.
I don't know what show you're talking about.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
God, it's been too long. I haven't seen it.
Come on, Carl.
I haven't seen it since like. Is it insulting if you have no idea what you're talking about?
No.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Until you Google it.
Okay, Carl Aquatine. If you're still listening,
Which at this point, no.
oh heck yeah, dude! I'll rock that all day long, man. Look at that taco meat out of that wife beater. Yeah, I'm that dude all day.
That's kind of like that's how it was when work called you saying, "Hey, are you coming in?" You're like,
Yeah.
No, I'm Carl.
It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. I don't have pants on yet. No, I'm not coming to the office. Yeah. That's definite.
Nice.
If you're, I'm gonna have to check in. Everyone, if you're still listening, if you pulled out your cell phone to like the link on Facebook, you're dumb. Don't do that.
yeah.
I can retract the statement later. Newspapers and magazines do it all the time.
Right? If we could just erase it.
Just erase it. Didn't happen. Neener, neener. It's the law of neener, neener.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what do you guys think of the new MGM Sci-Fi network?
Oh, that is going to be amazing.
When y'all sent the link,
Yeah.
and I didn't get to read it because I was real busy, but I did stand up because I got too excited. And I don't have cable. And I'm excited about it because I'm like, that's going to be a lot of Stargate.
You don't have to have cable.
No.
I don't know.
It's a broadcast station. You can buy.
I'm going to buy bunny
You can buy
ears.
rabbit ears.
I'm buying bunny
I've got
ears.
digital high def bunny ears at the house if you want them.
Dibs.
He just said you could have them.
I know. I wanted to say dibs. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm really excited. They're bringing back Dead Like Me.
Dead Like
you know,
Me.
I'm hoping they're going to bring back Pushing Daisies and Reaper, which are
Reaper
like,
was that MGM?
I don't know who it was. I don't care.
You just want it back?
It's a Sci-Fi channel. Bring it back.
Okay, Pushing Daisies. Which one's that?
That's
I only know the song by Ween.
That's the one with the pie maker who, if he touches you once, he brings you back to life. Touches you twice, you're dead forever. You never
I
seen that?
don't think Kyle's seen it.
It's awesome.
It's pretty good.
So I was thinking,
What about his pies?
Oh, they're delicious.
Oh, they're delicious.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he can take
important part.
like he'll take rotten fruit basically and touch the rotten fruit and they're all
It comes back to life.
yeah.
So if he messes something up on the pie and he touches it again, the pie's dead. Like it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
So he can only take an existing quantity and make it better. He can't replicate and make more of it.
No. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not a 3D printer.
Yeah,
So I can't sing Peaches by the Presidents of the United States of America, and he just makes Peaches happen.
right now.
Okay.
But unless it's a bunch of rotten ones, then he makes them all good peaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'd be free because they were rotten.
What if I hand him a sack of discarded peach pits?
No.
Ooh.
No pits.
But if he's
'Cause
never
that's
touched them before.
That's growing. He doesn't grow. He'll take the rotten fruit.
The
Well, no,
peach pits were once attached.
It has like
to
partial
peaches.
peaches.
He's not. He doesn't regenerate anything. It's the pit is there. He touches it, and nothing happens to it. because
So
it's
there's
just
a limit.
pit.
There's a limit. What you're telling me is there's a limit to how far something can be rotted.
He can't
before
go
it
dig up
comes
a
back.
bone and bring
Yeah, he can't.
someone
He
back.
can't dig up a bone and bring back a human.
But
Or a
They
dog.
need to be freshly dead.
Yeah.
if a peach gets to a point where it rots so much that the flesh falls away from the pit, Is that not also a rotten peach?
No, that's too
you
far
can't
gone.
touch it anymore.
Yeah.
So he would like. What if he scooped it all together?
So I'm not hearing why this guy's so special.
Anyways, I was thinking about this because I text Neil as soon as he posted it. I was like, yeah, hopefully they'll bring back Pushing Daisies and Reaper. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, but they're bringing back Dead Like Me, which is kind of like Pushing Daisies and Reaper
Almost.
combined.
Yeah.
See, that one I've seen. I liked it.
Yeah,
I think you'll have more hope if we hear what ABC's doing with Rookie Blue for next season.
Ooh,
Rookie Blue.
Yeah, Missy Peregrine's on that show. She's like the lead in the show.
interesting.
Huh?
What's the show about?
I don't know this show.
It's a Canadian police drama.
I was gonna say it sounded like
I've heard
cop
of this.
drama.
So they pretty much just
not
changed
the
tires.
Mounties one that we.
They're like, oh, hey, let me change your tire, eh? Your hoser.
I like how it's Irish Canadian.
That's all I got.
But my thing I noticed about the MGM thing is it said it was a 24-hour, 7-day per week science fiction multi-channel network.
Right.
Those are a lot of buzzwords.
Multi-channel.
Please tell me there's a Stargate channel.
Well, the shows that they're going to start doing, the ones that MGM produced, were Stargate, Poltergeist, Outer Limits, and Dead Like Me.
Ooh, Outer Limits.
Outer Limits.
That's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
between Outer Limits and the Stargate franchise, you can go like 2 years.
So
without having to
they're
play
only doing
anything else.
syndication. They're not doing any new programming.
No.
Well, I'm sure they will, but this is probably going to be their
they'll
start.
get kickstarted. Maybe they'll bring everyone back and do that Stargate movie they promised us, 5 years ago?
Oh, well, they didn't promise me nothing because
They promised
I don't
it to
watch
me.
it.
They looked at me and they were like, you Kyle.
Kyle.
You will get another Stargate movie.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that
Liars.
MGM was behind Vikings.
Yeah, they were.
So that
And then they're on AMC. There's also another one that's on the
Fox.
Fox. Yeah.
Oh wow, I was right.
No, I can't remember what the show was. I'm trying to remember. I think it's in that article though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it Teen Wolf? That's on MTV. The Bible Continues is on NBC.
Okay, that's the one I was thinking of. NBC Bible Continues. So it wasn't Fox. You were wrong, and I was wrong.
We were both wrong.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The Stargate reruns, sadly enough, we'll probably watch them on TV instead of just my Plex server, just because it's there.
Wow.
I'm thinking that might replace my watching it every 2 years from start to beginning. Is I'll just make sure I watch that channel once a week.
Right. But I mean, there's a lot of other things they could pick up too. So I'm really excited to have like a science fiction channel that doesn't think wrestling is science fiction.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
And a place for all of Joss Whedon's canceled shows to go. And anything Fox doesn't want that's good enough to play, like
Firefly season
Being
2.
Human or Almost Human.
Almost Human. Oh,
I mean,
that'd be awesome.
If there's the ability for some of those shows to continue, obviously we've talked in the past about different web things. We read the article earlier about CW putting a big web thing up, a web service. So, I mean, it could be really fun to have just that staple channel again. I mean, Outer Limits, how many of us have stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning when we couldn't sleep and just saw Outer Limits for 6 hours straight?
Oh
God.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You know what I think is interesting that I like? The shows that I'm seeing here have all played on Fox at one point in time, like the late night. Firefly was Fox. Stargate reruns were on Fox, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe they'll get Dollhouse and
I would expect
Firefly
them
and
to
all
go
of
for
that.
those.
And then, since all of them want to come back and do those shows again,
Yeah, I mean,
season 2.
they're
That's-
basically going to go through Joss Whedon's, catalog and say, yeah, we're going to put all these on the channel. And I'm kind of excited now that I'm thinking about it. Buffy's going to come back on. I'm going to get my Sarah Michelle Gellar on.
Doesn't that mean Angel has to come back too, though?
I don't recognize Angel. I do recognize
Weren't they gonna reboot
Charisma
Buffy?
Carpenter, though.
Weren't they going to reboot Buffy at
I thought
some
it was
point?
a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a Buffy reboot. But I think it was a movie.
I think Terry Reid
If
turned it
anyone
down.
should know about this, it should be Ed.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm not that big on all that.
So you've got yeah, I mean, like you've got all these actors that were in these shows that are kind of on the shelf right now. Like Eliza Dushku is just doing voice acting for the most part.
Yeah.
Summer Glau, she was on Arrow for a bit.
She's not on anymore.
She's still
No.
on there for me.
Yeah, because he's on season 2.
She could be back.
There's a couple of TV series, I guess, that they're working on for her, but I don't think she's the lead in either one.
I remember the Asian girl from that show. She just popped up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The Asian girl.
Yeah, which one?
From Dollhouse.
There's like 3 of them.
See, I don't know Dollhouse as well as Firefly, so
She was Sky's mom.
If you do end up watching Dollhouse, don't watch the epitaphs.
Seen them all.
You've seen the epitaphs? You've seen the show?
Oh yeah, yeah. I just don't watch it like once a month like Firefly. It was longer.
Okay.
The Space Channel and BBC like to replay a lot of Joss Whedon stuff. So on weekends, like it's always there. I think I watched Firefly 2 weekends ago.
If you can do,
I just turn it on randomly and then it plays all of them.
If you could do the who edited.
I know what you're about to talk about.
What?
Oh, I know.
What am I talking about?
Oh, you're about to talk about it.
Prequel.
Go for it.
No.
Play it.
No, do it again. Tell me what I'm going to talk about.
Please.
Again, the entire conversation just fell apart.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no. Let's hear it.
He doesn't know.
I think we talked about this last week, me and you.
The Topher Grace edit of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you
We
could
talked about it last
if you
week.
could get a fan to do that with all of Joss Whedon shows to make it just one big show, like Dollhouse is like the parts where they're at. What do they call the thing? The headquarters. Was it just the headquarters? I don't know. If you make that like that's a room on the ship.
Mm-hmm. Firefly?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a room on the ship.
It's the holodeck.
Yeah. And all the outside world stuff that happens on Dollhouse is like a holodeck thing. So I think holodecks trademarked, so we can't do that.
We can.
Yeah, an illusion room thing.
And then I guess we could have Spike and Angel and Cargo.
We could.
On Firefly, you know.
And they just show up and steal sandwiches. Like what's?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They come out of their caskets and cause mischief.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like
mischief.
That we'll have a bunch of extras that are kind of like the red shirts.
Yeah.
On Firefly,
And then they just
find them dead in the
Dead,
hallway.
right.
Like there's another person with like 2 wounds in their neck and they're just dead. Oh well. And like Fallon just throws them off the ship. They're in space. They're just
jettisoning them. like
it's
we're not gonna get caught with these.
like it's a Whataburger bag. Like, I'm done with that taquito. Done.
Since when did Jimmy Fallon join the cast?
Nathan Fallon.
Nathan.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
there
I
you
don't.
go.
Yeah, some name.
Man, I
I'm
understood what
I'm
he was
engulfed.
saying. I'm not gonna call him out.
Well, no, this is the thing. So, like, I'm engulfed in this, right? I'm listening to y'all talk back and forth, and I'm trying to imagine it. And then he says Fallon. I see Jimmy Fallon like pop up at his desk, and it's just like he's like, "Hey, what
You
are you
said
doing
the
tonight?"
most important part. You're an adult and you're participating in this conversation.
Right. Speaking of late night talk show hosts, Conan will be doing his show from San Diego Comic-Con next week.
Oh,
So they'll all be recorded at the con, which is the first time ever there's been a late night show.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting.
Remember G4 TV when Attack of the Show would like post up there for a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is like Conan. I mean,
Yeah, it's Conan.
it's
You
a
know,
little bigger than
What's kind of funny that you brought up G4 because I just recently got cable back.
Yay.
And I was looking for G4 and I couldn't find it on the guide at all. So I Googled G4. I was like, what channel is G4 on cable? And they're like, oh, you mean the channel that no longer exists?
oh, that channel's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Like at the beginning of the year or a year ago or something like that.
technically, realistically, it folded a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I used to watch that for E3, and then I'd watch Attack of the Show when I got off my night shift. I had it recorded, and then they always had those movies with like the weird 70s intro, and they played the old movies.
Mystery Science Theater?
No. It was they called it was like a section of the show of their channel, so you get to watch like old movies. So you'd always fall asleep to that. So
yeah,
I
like
missed that
the
channel.
reality of it is that network folded as we know it a while back. Because weren't they going to make it like GQ TV or something like that?
I remember something like that.
I
something
think it was
something
GQ
goofy.
TV. I think it was actually.
Yeah.
But we could all be wrong.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I was really disappointed.
I think it might be.
I was really disappointed when I found out it was no longer available to me.
Well, Kevin Pereira on one of his, there's like he did, I don't know if he still does it or not, but he had a podcast called The Pointless Podcast, and he had Candace Bailey and Sarah Jean Underwood on, and just sort of laid out all of the behind the scenes. He's talked about it quite a bit, all the behind the scenes stuff that went down at G4.
Well, I was trying to remember that hot chick from G4. I know
Olivia Munn.
Which
yes,
one?
Olivia Munn.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. That's why I watched that show. 'Cause I was just like,
Did you watch The Newsroom at all?
Newsroom?
She was on that show.
Oh yeah. She was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I was kind of surprised seeing her on there.
You're the second person that's brought that show up to me today.
It's a pretty good show.
It's
a good show.
I watched it when it came out.
The first season was good.
The second season was all right.
I didn't like the second season.
Yeah, it got too wrapped up in like relationships and stuff like that.
It's just the reason season 3 didn't happen.
Yeah.
But season 1 was awesome. The first 4 minutes of that show.
Yeah, the first 4 minutes.
First 4 minutes of that show is great.
Yeah. I agree.
I think it's on YouTube labeled as the most honest 4 minutes.
It makes its around Facebook about once every 4 weeks.
I
haven't seen it.
I need to post it.
most honest message about America. It's the most honest message about America.
Do you read Facebook in that voice?
All the time.
That's the voice in his head.
Yeah. All the time.
I would beat the shit out of my head.
Not gonna edit it. Not gonna.
I was good earlier.
It's 55 minutes in. No one is still listening.
I'm not gonna edit it in because guess what? That's supposed to keep you honest. Because that is too big of a pain to edit.
Yeah, but they can't see this.
I'm pointing. I'm pointing.
You don't have to do the blurry or anything.
Yeah, I'm pointing to the camera because that's supposed to keep you honest. By the way, we're on YouTube for some reason. If you want to see us,
because it's you and Tube.
So I'm looking up like the hottest women of G4, and there was a Layla Kaylee from the feed on the Attack of the Show. For anybody who's still listening and is male. Look it up. Yeah. Oh, hey, Alessandra Torresani was on Attack of the Show. Apparently,
who are you talking about?
She was on Caprica. She was the girl.
No, the one before that.
Oh, we're not rewinding.
Layla
Kaylee.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, she's been on The Talk. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, and then Morgan
Wolf.
Webb. That was the other one I was thinking of. Morgan Webb. And then Olivia Munn was the other one.
No love for Candace Bailey.
No love for Candace. I actually saw a picture of her, so I don't think. Okay, here she is. I guess I'm not a blonde fan.
Candace Bailey.
She looks blonde to me.
Not really.
That's a redhead.
No, she's not a redhead.
I'll put it this way: in the picture that Ed's looking at, she's wearing a corset, and he's still not interested. So we should just move along.
But Alessandra, man,
are you sure you're not looking at Sarah Jean Underwood?
I'm definitely looking at.
I can
Candace
confirm
Bailey.
what he's looking at.
No, she's not a blonde. She's a brunette.
That's not a brunette, buddy. That's a blonde.
What is a blonde to you?
Anything that's not a brunette and a redhead.
Black hair is blonde?
No.
I'm so confused.
Did your color go off on your laptop again?
No, I fixed that.
It's not blonde here.
So
anywhere.
what color is Storm's hair? Blonde or brunette?
That's white.
All right, lean over here and tell me that any of these are blonde.
This show's so gone.
On that picture, no, they're not. She's not blonde.
There's none of these. There's
Actually, you know what? On those pictures, I think she might actually be attractive. So
He's going to go look at those pictures now.
Wow.
yeah, okay. Candace Bailey. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What is? I love your declaration. Though, like, I don't know, 3 of 10 wouldn't bone. 3 of 10 wouldn't bone.
Yeah.
No, not gonna do it.
I don't think you understand his bone scale. If they're on the scale, it's a go.
Jessica Chobot. She is hot. She's number 3.
We broke Kyle.
Number 3. Oh wow! I might have to actually take back my blonde thing.
Do you know what it is now?
Sarah Jean Underwood. That
was
you
the
brought
one?
up. Yeah. So yeah, she's number 2 on this list.
On the scale of blondness?
No, the 15 sexiest women from G4 TV show.
Okay, there were 15.
It's
we
an
looked
old
up two different
article.
things. I looked up the cast of Attack of the Show, and you're looking up the cute cast of Attack of the Show.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at.
See, like at the top,
If anyone's taking notes, Ed won that competition.
they're all on my list too, and she wasn't blonde. Just saying, she was more
G4,
attractive on my screen.
G4 didn't exist for me really beyond Attack of the Show.
Yeah, apparently neither did it exist for the 15 sexiest women because that's it. They're all on.
They're on like 3 episodes.
Well, look, see that it says present. Somebody needs to go update these articles.
Is it Wikipedia? You know you can do that.
No, it's
I'd
not
be slightly
Wikipedia.
surprised if some of those shows from G4 didn't turn into web series, though.
Some of them moved on. I don't believe Candace Bailey's done anything. Kevin Pereira's doing a podcast. Olivia Munn is doing like she's in. Isn't she in like one of these upcoming like big movies?
In an upcoming movie.
She's also in some B movies coming out.
X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, she's gonna be Psylocke. Yeah, she can't act for anything, so I don't know what the deal is with that.
It doesn't
she
really
looks
matter
really
because
good on TV.
Pretty
I have
much,
to
yeah.
admit,
Yeah.
when it comes to comics, Psylocke was the only comic woman that I was like, you know what, she's pretty hot.
The only one.
Yeah, I didn't
You know how many kids are not going to read comics now?
because of Psylocke.
Or because there's only
I didn't,
one.
Well, no, because I always thought it was weird, for men, grown men, basically, and teens in general. Like, I don't get manga.
I agree.
Like, what's that? The stuff where they're having sex. It's the sex ones, not manga, but
Hentai?
hentai. There you go.
I still had a comment.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
So I don't get that, right? I just don't.
I'm gonna point at the camera again.
I don't get
Real
it.
quick.
Okay, I don't get hentai.
I don't get it either. I
For all
don't
you
understand.
people who get off on cartoon sex. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So that's the way I looked at comic books too. Like, because they're not real. If it was like a magazine,
Were you like going through the Playboys and you're like, oh, a comic book? Oh, that's not what I want.
well, yeah.
If you go to a Playboy in the 70s, you're like, that's not real.
Actually, I do remember the first time I ever seen a Playboy. It was in the 80s, and my older brother, he like calls me in. He's in the bathroom, and he calls me in. He's like, and I'm like 5 years old. Okay, my brother, he's 3 years older than me. 4 years older than me. He's 9 years old. He calls me over. So I come into the bathroom, and he's like, read
dude,
this.
I think this is what cancer looks like.
And he's like, read this. And so I'm like looking at this pictures, and I'm like, ew,
said read.
They're naked.
You're supposed to read the articles. Everyone knows that.
And I just remember the first time I've ever seen a woman full frontal. And I was like,
is her pants off because she's gonna go boom boom?
no, I was just taken aback because it was that 70s Bush, And I was like, wow, that's what women look like.
I think the first one I ever saw was probably my uncle's, and I think that was like a 78, 77 or something like that. Not you.
I saw it. I was like, oh.
Was he the bad?
Never mention. Context clues, ladies and gentlemen. Never mention your uncle if 70s Bush has just been mentioned, and especially the 70s.
Man, there's a quote
The
from
vintage
a
of the
movie
Bush.
that has a Wayans brother and an Adam Sandler that would fit right now.
How bad is it?
Definitely have to edit.
How bad is okay? We're
I'll
hinting.
pose the question.
We'll do it.
But I can't give you the answer.
Okay.
How can you tell it's a 70s porn?
And this involves Adam Sandler and a Wayans brother.
Yes.
We'll come back to that one. We're at some point we might do a dirty show, but this has gotten pretty
Did
close.
you hear this?
Please explain.
Yeah.
Please explain now what a dirty show is.
Phrasing. Can we use phrasing?
Where you might get to actually hear the punchline of that joke, but just for the sake of having to put the explicit tag on the podcast
Taking
on
the
iTunes,
filter off.
taking the filter off. This is like the 10th episode anniversary,
Nice.
so
We should go get some pie.
go get some pie.
I have some in the fridge.
Success.
I bought it for game day. I bought 2 pies, and then everyone left,
wow,
and
we
I still
haven't-
had 2 pies. It's like,
You know what? We could go into games. We really could.
yeah, we shouldn't.
We shouldn't.
It's late.
Let's just go ahead and say now.
You have work tomorrow.
Who has work tomorrow?
Soon. I
He
do.
does.
Oh,
Soon.
The camera can see me. I'm pointing at him.
Yeah.
Soon we will do a tabletop gaming podcast. We don't have a name for it, so if anyone listens and has a clever name, we could use it maybe. Competition. put a poll together.
Yeah, throw it up on
something?
Facebook. Have people
Two
reply.
geeks with characters.
You know what? The winner, the one that we choose, they get something special, and I'll find something in my stuff.
No, I
promise it's not a mouth pad.
No. This will be something from like a Loot Crate or something.
No, I'm telling you, it's geeks with character sheets.
But not all the games that we play
That's a
have
long
character
name.
sheets.
Have you seen how I title this stuff when it hits iTunes? That's a long title, son.
Geek W/
Geek Sheet?
Geek Sheets. That would be the title of our dirty show.
Geek Sheets.
That's not the kind of dirty we want.
Oh man.
But yes, soon we will put together a tabletop gaming cast. We should have a tap cast coming up soon.
Yeah, if you guys have gone back to the beginning of time with the most recent archive Tapcast that was thrown up back before we figured out how to use mics. Back before, I say we, it's all my fault. I kind of engineer this whole thing, and I don't do it as well as I probably could most of the time. But yeah, that first podcast we ever did was a Tapcast, which is what we call the Magic the Gathering podcast, which we'll hopefully have more of.
It's clever.
It's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it now?
It
I
is.
felt good about coming up with that name.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Dag nabbit. Especially the first intro, because like when we did the second Tapcast, was it Third Coast Nerds comes into play slightly tapped and fully erect?
Oh wow!
Yeah. So we're
Just ruined it for someone,
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? He spoiled it, but we're 10 episodes in now.
We're going to use it again.
Yeah.
On most channels, we're done with season 1. Done.
Yeah, this is the season. This is the season finale of season 1. And tune in on Monday because I think we're doing another one on Sunday.
Yeah.
So tune in on Monday, and then we'll probably have another one up.
Yeah, we have. You posted the Tapcast, so you can go into the archives now.
Yeah, the next. I'm probably going to do them every Tuesday. Because there's only 2 more to put out. So
well, then we'll probably do one soon, and then we have our Magic the Gathering Origins draft, which 2 people at the table haven't said they're going. One of which it's in his house. So, and the other one has not replied.
No, I haven't. Because I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do it.
Hey, paper, rock, scissors.
Nope.
So, and then
If I
we're
win,
also
we both go.
I'm finishing
Oh,
up.
yeah, we both go.
I'm finishing up Daredevil, so we can do a solo Daredevil, or maybe slightly talk about a couple other shows without some spoilers.
There will be. We'll do the full on review cast for coming up for Game of Thrones, for Daredevil.
There's a lot of secrets
I know.
giving out right now.
It's a lot of secrets, but I want to. If people have suffered through this long,
Gotta give
this
them
show,
something.
We need to go ahead and reward them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is other times you can waste an hour and get nothing out of it. Coming up soon.
yeah,
You'll get something more than this, though.
maybe your commute's almost over. Maybe you're arriving in the parking garage right now. Maybe you're sitting in your car and you're half an hour late getting into work because
Take a left
you
in
love the
2
sound of our
miles.
voice. Yeah, that'll be.
And crash.
That'll be. We'll do a tricky cast where we insert audio from Garmin GPS units that just really. There's so many possibilities.
Take a right. Take a right.
So for the late night, July 2nd,
Yeah.
late night podcast because we're all delirious and only one of us has to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
I think you want to wrap it up there. Anything else?
What do we got coming up besides that?
I'm doing brunch tomorrow.
Oh,
That's what I got coming up.
4th of July, everyone. So have a safe 4th of July.
Yep.
Safety first.
The Simpsons quote.
Beer in hand, do not mix with firecracker in hand.
Well, no, that's why we're doing remote. We hook it up. We can hold the beer in the remote, hit the button.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think we may, if we get some good video of our fireworks, we might throw something up on the site or on Facebook.
Why not? Why not?
Might as
We'll do all the things.
We should try to see if we can make a 3CN
In the sky.
in the fire.
We had a friend come over and construct a 30 tube launcher with. It's going to have a remote launch.
Yeah, that came in today. It's me and this friend are co-sponsors of my New Year's party, which everyone here has been to. Not everyone listening has been to though, but we make it bigger every year. So this year we're going remote. That way we can sit safely away and keep our fingers for future years because we go through.
Listen from a distance, and if you hear Fallujah happening close, it's probably going to be this house.
I will be standing near the tripod.
Yeah, you're not. Well, since the launcher is shaped like the Ark of the Covenant,
Right.
You're not going to try to Indy Jones under the garage door, and
No, I don't think that's necessary.
no.
No. But yeah, happy 4th of July. Upcoming podcast. Like us, love us,
Ooh,
rate us.
a little local gotcha. Good golf, good tennis, or whatever makes you happy.
Oh, yeah?
Who said that?
I don't know.
No one knows?
You said it.
Why would I?
just
Why would
heard
any
you.
of us know that? With good golf?
Marvin Zindler.
Bam, there you go.
Slime
in the ice machine.
That was a 100 completely random guess. I had no clue that was actually
You really
who it
didn't
was.
know?
No.
Wow, that's outstanding, sir.
Did you see Slime in the ice machine at lunch?
No, I think I'm developing. For everyone listening, I'm developing a special power. This is the first time it happened. Don't tell everyone, but I'll get back to you on that.
You didn't even read my mind because I wasn't even thinking of his name.
Oh, well, I
Didn't happen.
Were you
I
picturing his
don't
face?
fully understand my power yet, but
You don't fully understand it?
I'll update everyone who listens.
Well, it's only episode 10, so it'll develop as we continue into episode. Let's
No, season 2. It's a plot twist of the season finale
cliffhanger.
at the end of the show. Cliffhanger.
But then you're not on a
Join
single
us-
episode
Join us
season
for
two.
season 2.
Right?
You disappear and come back like episode 21.
Exactly.
Like it's been a long walk. God,
We're playing games with you people.
thanks for listening. Bless you people if you made it this far. So yeah, until next time, happy 4th of July, and Third Coast Nerds, and we're out.
Yep.
And I did the music right this time.
I know, it was great.
It's kind of delayed.
And I'm looking at Alessandro.